There's nothing like a Land Rover, and today this utilitarian workhorse turned farmer's vehicle turned much loved classic car is a hugely appealing prospect as something to own and work on yourself. But what's it like to live with a classic series Land Rover? Let's find out. For a start, you need to know what you're looking at. This is a Series 2A Land Rover. Of course, there are a couple beforehand, the 1 and 2, and then the Series 3 before you got into the coil-sprung 90 110, and then the Defender. There's also different body styles available. There's this one with the kind of windows in the back and fold-down seats. You can get a van style. Of course, there's the long with the back doors. You can get pickup truck. There are short and long wheelbases. There are myriad different versions of the Land Rover available for all different budgets and all different types and preferences. They aren't particularly big or heavy cars, so you should get it in a standard garage, provided your roof's tall enough, of course, and a standard driveway, and you will get it up on jack stand and axle stands and so on. But then there's the actual bolts. At some point in the Land Rover's life, the transition from imperial to metric happened, so it's generally worth having a tool set that covers both, because there will be parts that have been swapped over and bolts to the wrong place. You never really know what you're going to get. If you're looking for luxury, the Land Rover is not for you. You won't get lane departure warning and massaging seats here. This is a car which, until the 1980s, didn't even really offer you the option of a radio, and when it did, it was just tucked under the dashboard. However, while you don't get a lot of luxury in here, you also don't get refinement either. There's minimal sound deadening, there's a lot of bare painted metal, and unless your seals are brand new and your doors are perfectly adjusted, when it rains, you may well get wet, even in a hardtop car. But that said, they're not too bad for room and practicality, apart from the obvious issues of having room for your right shoulder, which is always an issue with Land Rovers, depending on how big you are. You will get 3 people in the front here on these individual seats, and depending on what spec and format of Land Rover you've gone for, in the back you can be seating up to 12 people. So if the objective is just to get as many people as possible up any mountain and to ford any stream, there is no car better for it. And it's also fairly easy to update these cars and make them a bit more livable with things like 3-point seat belts in the older ones. You can retrofit a stereo. LED bulbs make them so much more practical on modern roads. So while there isn't much they can offer you in the way of luxury and refinement, you can make as much or as little as you want. What about running costs though? Well, if you want to insure a Series 2A Landy like this one with our friends at Peter Best, you can pay as little as £98 a year with a £100 excess, and you can get it even cheaper than that. If you've got multiple classics, you can take out a multi-car policy with them. What's more, if you're not that handy with the spanners, you can get some very reasonably priced breakdown cover thrown in for the bargain. Then there's fuel economy, and while it's not a Prius, even if you go for one of the V8 cars, you can expect from high teens up to mid-20s, depending on how you're driving it and where you're driving it. Depending on which age of Land Rover, and of course which version you're looking at buying, you can also get a pre-85 one as we record this video, which will make it MOT and tax exempt in the UK, which not only means you don't have to pay road tax every year, which we do like, but it also means you can drive it into the infamous ULEZ zone, which always makes for a laugh. And while we wouldn't necessarily recommend not MOTing your car, you can forgo that expense if you choose to. Anyway, enough talking about it, let's get out on the road with the owner and see what it's like to live with. Well then, Colin, thank you for taking us out in your Land Rover today. I'll start with the same question that a lot of people ask people if you don't get it. Why do you own a Land Rover? Why do you own this car?
I wanted something to tow my trailer because I needed to move cars around, and the Land Rovers are pretty obvious. And the only problem with that is, once you've got one, you never sell your Land Rover. It is a Marmite scenario, I might add. You either love them or you hate them, and I just love mine, and it's great, and I would never part with it.
Nothing quite like a Landy, is there?
There's nothing quite like a Landy, you know.
And how long have you had this one?
Oh gosh, probably well over 30 years, I would think.
What's it been like in that time in terms of reliability? Has it been good to you?
Yeah, it's been pretty good to me. I did at one stage get down to only having 2 gears, but Land Rover will run with 2 gears because you only need a forward and reverse really. But all these parts are off the shelf.
I was going to say they're well supported for bits, aren't they?
Yeah, you know, you can more or less get them virtually anywhere, and they're not even expensive. I mean, parts of Land Rovers are so amazingly cheap.
This is the definition of a DIY friendly classic, isn't it? Anything you're going to do on it, you can probably do yourself.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not a mechanic, I'm an engineer by trade, but the basics, yes. I mean, it's all nuts and bolts and things bolt on and bolt off. You know, it's not difficult.
No diagnostics here, is there? No computers?
No, definitely no computers, no. They wouldn't last long in one of these.
No. You're covered in water for a start. And what about using this as kind of a regular day-to-day car? Could you daily drive a Land Rover, do you think?
I think you could use it. It depends a lot on, you know, they're not the most economical vehicles in the world, and they're certainly not the fastest. Especially, I mean, this is a Series 2A. If you're happy to drive around at 45 mile an hour, then you can do that all day long.
I think that's kind of the Land Rover way of life, though, isn't it? Is you don't have to tear around everywhere at 70 mile an hour. They're at their happiest kind of bumbling along at 45,
right.
aren't they, really?
You could drive it across the field, or you could turn up at back of the palace. It doesn't really matter.
That's true. It's a classless car, isn't it?
It is, absolutely, yeah, totally classless and relatively practical from the point of view. I mean, this is a 7-seater. Seats in the back all fold back.
You can put cargo in the back. You can put sheep in there if you want.
Well, that's right, yeah.
It is the ultimate workhorse in a lot of ways, isn't it? Really.
It is, yeah. It does exactly what it says on the box.
But also, it's got the charm and it's got the looks and it's got the basic driving experience that makes it a great classic as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you know, they've got a fantastic following. I mean, if you want mechanical or sort of any sort of help, it's all out there.
Markings are a great classic there, really, isn't it? If you can get the bits, you've got the support, you've got the community. There's loads of them for sale at any given time. So I think I know the answer to this already. But if someone's thinking of buying a Land Rover, would you recommend it?
Oh, definitely not. No, don't ever buy a Land Rover.
Because you'll be addicted for life.
You will be addicted for life. No, seriously, yeah. I mean, if it's the sort of vehicle that you feel you've got a use for, then yes, without a doubt. And, you know, the series ones, that's the ones to get.
Excellent. Well, there you have it. So if you wonder about living with a Land Rover, you can do it, and I think you should. And now it's quiet now you turn the engine off.
Yeah, I know. We actually hear ourselves.
There you go. I thought I'd gone deaf. But why don't you let us know down below? Have you ever owned a Land Rover? How did you find living with it? If you fancy some more Landy action, go and check out our Series 2A and Defender videos on the channel. And if you need insurance for your Land Rover or any other classic, our friends at Peter Best will do you a cracking deal, even more so if you want to do a multi-car policy with them. But in the meantime, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Classics World for 2 new videos every single week, and we'll see you again very soon.